something and made a dent.
I've hidden many a thing with this too.
We're Shadowhunters, guys. We're professionals.
Hello and welcome to our Shadowhunters TV episode 7 through 8. Ah!
Oh!
the spear fell. It's all Shadowhunter live show. I'm Christine. I'm here with Sasha from Bookutopia. Woo! And we're going to be talking about Shadowhunters, all things Shadowhunters, taking questions using the hashtag POLANDUTOPIA on Twitter. So send in your questions that way, and we'll be taking them as we go. Did I miss anything? We're going to be spoiling the episodes if you have watched.
So leave if you don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah, leave if you don't want to be spoiled, but stay if you want to have an awesome Shadowhuntery time.
Yeah. Wait, question. Do you spell Morgenstern? Morgenstern?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
S-T-R-N, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's
Oh
why.
my god, I forgot to do my own. Oh wait,
I totally forgot.
Is it Morgan's? Yeah, it's Morgenstern.
It's not wrong, you know? It's okay.
Are we going evil today? Is that what's happening?
Yes! Well, we should have had like those black like contacts and make your eyes all black. So we're like
We're dark Shadowhunters.
Oh!
I'm just gonna be your sister, Christine Morgenstern.
Oh my god, I'm so excited to talk about these episodes. I feel like we're getting up there in the good episodes, guys.
Yep. Yeah, like things have started to get good. Get good. Sasha, start us off with your general thoughts on these last 2 episodes.
Okay, so my thoughts so far. You know, honestly, you know when an episode's good when you forget the previous episode because it was not as good as the next episode. So like honestly, I recollect some stuff from episode 7, but it's mostly episode 8. But episode 7, it was okay. I'm glad they finally got the cup, and it would like they got the cup in the way that they did in the books. So I did appreciate that. And there's some crazy, like, there's lots of cop stuff going on in that episode. Sometimes I get the vibe that this is like a cop drama, and I think it's funny, but then it's like, whatever, they're just having fun with it. Episode 8, though. Episode 8. Oh my god, my favorite one so far. I know, Christine. I'm so, like, guys, I'm so happy with how that one turned out. I feel like they had the best acting in that episode. Alberto is freaking bae in that episode. I know. I think Alberto's my favorite part in the whole show besides Matthew Daddario. Like, honestly, they're just so great in their characters. And, like, even though we only saw a little bit of Alberto, I'm like, yes!
We, like, say it every single episode. Like, we love Alberto.
We love him. It's just, like, he's so great. He's genuinely, and, like, he's just a great guy, great actor, great Simon.
Books, like,
I know he read all the. When he told me that, I was like, I could like talk to him about this because sometimes actors are like, I'm not going to read the book. The book's past the one we're on because I don't want to get ahead of myself.
For my character.
I know, I'm like, no, read all the books now. You know you want to read the books now, so give in to yourself and finally immerse yourself in this world. And like, so honestly, I loved episode 8, my favorite one so far. I cannot wait to delve right into it.
Yeah, I agree. Episode 8 was great. It's still not like my favorite. It's still episode 5. I'm just like forever like episode 5 is my favorite. But
what happened to 5 again?
5 was the one where Alec and Clary and
oh yeah. That was good
too. But 8 was great. That rhymed.
Yeah. Oh look at you.
I'm like, oh, such a putt. But what was I saying? I had thoughts. Episode 7, I didn't like it as much, but I felt like that was the first time things really felt like its own show. It started to separate itself from kind of an adaptation and like they're doing it all wrong to have its own feeling. Like this is the world of the TV show and I'm okay with it. And I feel like containing everything into the police station in that episode really helped them to have a cohesive episode. It felt like a police drama, but it felt like a show.
Oh yeah, so true. Like, you remember that scene like where they were like looking over the Forsaken guy, and like all of a sudden Magnus and Isabel like are suddenly like medical examiners. I'm like, okay.
Yes, I was like, okay, this is a different.
I mean, Magnus could be one. Magnus is obviously like the type to do that, but Isabel, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, the thing is like That's usually something we call the Silent Brothers for. And
Yeah.
they called on the Silent Brothers at all since we first saw them in the City of Bones in that first awkward Clary Jace.
Yeah. Yep. I want to see more Silent Brothers because, like, honestly, they are so accurate to the books and like they're so just well done and they're creepy and they're kind of like these ominous figures in the books and in the show and in the movie. So like I want to see more of them definitely. But we won't be seeing more of them. Ooh.
Yeah, they're kind of like taking their purpose away. Like we don't need them because we have the best forensic analysis and they like the best pathological oh my god, what is it? Pathological forensic analysis?
Yeah, I was like,
I was like, are you sure you have them?
Oh, can we talk about Lydia Branwell?
Oh, Lydia Branwell. Well, should we start with episode 7 or should we just jump into everything? Let's talk about Lydia Branwell. I like her.
What are your thoughts on her?
I really like her. I thought I was gonna hate this random new character. I like how she's so strong, but she's not a bitch. She has feelings, and she just feels like she's doing her job.
Doing her duty, yeah.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Sam?
Well, yeah, like, I actually really, I was kind of worried about it, but then I'm like, okay, you know what? They have Branwell, at least they're, like, she's not some random Shadowhunter family, because he does have links. She does mention that she is, like, distant cousin of Clary, and, like, she does have those, like, those correct background that could make her a realistic character in the books if they put her there.
Yeah, the thing I just didn't like about her was the last name Branwell, because it was such a big thing that they took Charlotte's last name. She said that Henry was her great-great-grandfather, so that means like Charlotte's Henry, and they took Charlotte's last name.
Oh yeah.
You know, her son is Matthew Fairchild. Like,
ooh, you're right. I did not catch that.
Yeah, and I was just like, they took a woman's last name. It was amazing. I was so excited about it. And now you changed it back to the man's last name.
It's like, this is not done right, guys. This is not supposed to be the way it goes. But like, yeah, no, like, I think that the whole entire plotline of Lydia was like, but it was interesting. But also, you know how they like wanted to arrange the marriage with like with Alec, but like they never mentioned that it was gonna be with Lydia. They never mentioned that. So all of a sudden it came about. I'm like, were they like meaning for this to happen, or is there like gonna be another girl that comes in and like they're gonna be like, oh no, he's gay?
Yeah, because like I guess we heard through rumorville of the show that she was going to be the arranged marriage. So we assumed that she would be, but it turned out like they weren't even forcing it on him.
I know.
Voluntarily arranged himself.
It's something like, honestly, that's probably something that Alec would do just because he like loves his family so much that he's gonna like, he gives up everything for them. But then again, like when he's like, Lydia Branwell, will you marry me? I'm like, oh,
I know. Like when he got down on the knee, I was like, no, stop it.
I'm like, get back up, walk to Magnus's house and like be yourself again. And I'm like, it's just like, I know that he's not he's not totally comfortable with like where he is in his life right now. He's like very confused and he doesn't like really know which way's up in a sense. So like but he knows that he has feelings for Magnus, and there's like, then he has this like feelings for his family that he's like, he has this like loyalty and this duty to keep them in power, and he like wants them to like persevere, but like in the sense that I'm like, but you're giving up like your own sense of like
your own identity.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, it killed me.
He's gay. He's had a crush on Jace for a really long time.
Yeah, so, he just like doesn't the only person who really knows about it is Isabel and Clary and like and Jace, but he's oblivious.
Yeah, I mean, Jace kind of knows. I feel like deep down he knows, but he's kind of denying it. You know what's an interesting thing that I've thought about before, but it's being brought up again since we're reading Lady Midnight. Jace, like, Alec was in love with Jace, and we never really look at it like a Parabati issue. We look at it.
I know. I was thinking that too.
I just, it's never a thing. Like, he never thinks to himself, like, we can't love each other. We're Parabati. He thinks to himself, oh, Jace doesn't like me. Like, that's not the problem, Alec.
I know, yeah, like, exactly. I was like, when I was reading Lady Midnight, I'm like, okay, so, like, this is a big issue. Then I'm like, keep on going back to, like, oh my gosh, like, but Alec was crushing on Jace, but, like, he just, like, they're never once in his mind, and we've been in his mind a few times in the books. Did he ever think, I can't do this because we have this vow?
Yeah, and even, like, with Valentine and his, wait, it's not Valentine. I'm sorry,
yeah.
Robert and oh god, the Wayland. who? What is Michael Wayland? Michael Wayland.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like he falls in love with her, and that's never talked about. Like, oh, I'm not allowed to fall in love with you.
I feel like that was Cassandra saying like, hey, so I like didn't really touch base with these in like the books, but like in these books, I need to touch base to it in like Lady Midnight because people want to know about this conflict. Like, what if it does happen? So I'm glad she's finally like digging into it and kind of seeing like what happens when.
It must happen all the time. We're getting really off topic.
We should just do like a Lady Midnight, like Shadowhunters, like a lore live show where we just like dig into it.
This was a big thing. What was your opinion on the Clace kiss?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I love Clace. I love Clace in the books, but like in the movie, I would have been fine if they kissed in the greenhouse or like in something like not in front of Alec and Isabel and the rest of the institute.
I know. What were you?
Like, I know, like. Honestly, okay, we have to remember that this book takes place within a few weeks, so there is, like, it does seem like insta-lovey, but not in the books. In the books, it feels pretty, like, spaced out, but in the show, it's moving much at a faster pace than what it seemed like in the books. But it was, in reality, it's about the same pacing, but it still did not make it any less awkward because I feel like they just met each other, and all of a sudden they're kissing in the institute, and I just had issues with the PDA.
It just didn't feel like their moment, and it's just, like, all of a sudden, she was like, I just love that it comes after him being like, remember the first time I saw you? I was like, you have the sight, and that's when we kissed.
It's like, we don't want to remember that line when he said that to her, honestly.
Just like, that was not an attractive moment for him, Claire, but it did it for you.
I mean, like, honestly, I would have been okay if they dragged out the Clace kiss for another few episodes before it actually happened. So, because, like, honestly, the greenhouse scene
has the finale.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, honestly. And, like, I think Malik's the finale.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Well, like, it's so long they stretch out this whole, like, Branwell.
Yeah. I know, right? I just really want Clace to be, I mean, like, I feel like the actors, they have the capability of making these characters truly spectacular, but I feel like with this whole entire process coming about within a year, everything, I don't know if it was rushed, but it seemed a little rushed, and like, I feel like if they took like another half a year or even a full year just to get down to the core of it, they would have had more source material to kind of like dig into and become the characters rather than just like recite it off the page. And I think that's the biggest issue is like the time span it took place in.
No, I mean, like, I think it goes back to that every time. Like, the things that aren't coming off right in the show just is because they throw it together so fast with so little kind of regard to how it was going to come off on screen. They were right in the beginning.
Yeah, very, very true. And like, so the Clace kiss, honestly, I wanted to be like, oh my god, because like for kisses in like shows, like if it's a part of people that I truly love and ship, I'm like, oh my god, like yes, I'm so happy. But in this one, I was like, ah.
No, I was just like, I actually said it. I said this in my video. I was like, what the actual fuck is happening right now?
I was disappointed because, like, honestly,
there just wasn't enough build for that. Like, it wasn't time. The best TV show kisses are when they stretch it for 50 years. Like, we just want it so bad.
That when it happens, we melt.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that's the whole entire experience that we wanted. And I feel like we could have had that. I feel like if they waited a few more episodes. Like,
waited till, like, there was some chemistry there, you know? Because we were not at the point where we even really shipped them on the show. Like, were you shipping them?
I was like starting to ship like Alec and Claire.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like they had more chemistry.
Yeah, they do. And the thing is, okay, this is something that's just starting to come up in my mind more and more. Like, Jace is like a backseat character in the show.
Yeah.
In the book, he's a lead. Yeah. In the show, he's really just on the side all the time. He has nothing really going on with him.
No, I agree. And like, but like honestly, when I was thinking about this because when I talked to Alberto, he mentioned how like when he instantly saw Jace when he saw Dom, and I believe that Dom especially in episode 8 he started becoming Jace. He started like in certain lines I kind of saw Jace kind of peek out there and say hi, but I haven't really seen that before, and I feel like separate Clary and Jace in the show and they would have been better and more rounded characters than but I feel like the romance is just pushed upon us, so it's like it fogs up our vision of the characters as like individuals.
They don't get to like develop separately. I mean, Clary has a little bit because she's with Simon a lot.
Yeah.
Jace is just always kind of background. He's always like a bland character in the show. And I saw Jace too. As soon as you like meet Dom in person, he's like Jace. But then when he's playing Jace, it's a different character. It's like this really mellow kind of
guy that like has witty comments now and then, and it's just like it's one of those things that I just wish was more profound and brought out, because Jace is such a cool character. He must be so much fun to play, but I feel like it's not Dom, it's the script.
It's the lines. Yeah, they're giving him weird lines. And like, I mean, he has gotten lines borderline witty sometimes, but they're not that witty. They're not like you in the book. Like, they're not snappy. They're more like, it's kind of trying to be funny. Like that grandma line. Like, curse, watch your mouth, pause. In front of grandma.
And like, or like when before then, like when Clary smacks Jace in the second I thought my Wi-Fi went out, I'm like, oh no, not here again. Like when she smacks Jace in the police station, and then all of a sudden there's like this dramatic pause. He's like,
I know. It's like it takes a second too long to realize what's going on.
Yeah, but you know what I found interesting was in episode 7, and even episode 8, they had 2 distinct lines that everybody loves from the books, and that was the other 10%. But Clary said it. They switched positions, and then they also had. But that was, I'm glad that they put it in there. I'm just happy they put it in there. But like the other one was that I'm so happy they put in was the Falcon story.
What? See, I mean, like, I didn't hate the Falcon story, but I didn't feel emotional when I was listening to it. Like, in the book, it's such a pivotal moment for Jace. You kind of see the origins of the way his personality has formed. Like, he is the way he is because he believes that love is truly a weakness. He was told to love something is to destroy it.
Yeah.
He doesn't even really go into that at all in the show. He kind of just says, like, you have to follow your mind and not your heart, or you won't be able to do your job.
Yeah, and I feel like I can totally see that. Like, I feel like when he recited it, if it wasn't in Simon's mom's office, I would have, like, it was, like, let's say somewhere in the institute when they're just, like, them two, and he's talking to her. I think that would have, like, really made it more of a dramatic scene. But like, I mean, when it was in the show, I mean, it was fine, but I'm just like, I'm happy that they had it in there. I want him to say to love is to destroy though, but not in a weird way.
Like, I can't remember, but like in episode 3, that horrible, like, we don't want to think about it didn't happen episode.
Yeah.
When he tried to say something about like not being in love, that awkward roof scene where he was like,
oh yeah, oh yeah,
you've never been in love before. Did he say to love is to destroy in that scene? I can't remember.
Oh my god, that's a good.
I feel like might have, but
Wait, let me see if I have. I literally have the episode up here. I'll check and then I'll tweet it out because if it is, because I have some of the episodes on iTunes because I always miss watching it on the day that it's out because I'm reading or something. So I watched it the day after. It's fine. But like I'm glad that they have certain lines from the books. I feel like when shows or movies have direct lines from the books, it makes it instantly better. But it's really about the execution as well. It's not just because they say the lines, but the execution. Wait, what?
No. Yeah, no, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah. I thought it was like all of a sudden there's like this whisper that you're said. I'm like, what'd she say? Just I'm like, ooh. Yeah, so like I agree with that. Like I don't know. I'm excited to see where it's gonna go though. So it's episode 7. Let's like backtrack. Episode 7.
Episode 7. There are a lot of should we look at the questions here? Let's see.
Oh yeah, we have questions. Oh, can I mention one thing? Can we talk about how the mortal cup repels demons?
Oh god. Like it just I understand that in the book that was kind of one of his abilities, but we never see it work.
Yeah.
I really don't think it's like, I will repel you with this cup.
Give me the Sprite. I need my drink.
Clean the house, demon.
God dang it. Oh my gosh. But like that would be hilarious. That's what I thought. Like, so like honestly, it's not the actors, it's just the execution that like is in the script. That makes me laugh a little bit.
It's just like the way that they're making the cup. It's...
Yeah. Okay, so do you have a question? There's a lot of questions. Thanks, guys.
Ross from Potter Freak 777 says, so is Camille dead? And I don't know, this whole Camille issue, we don't think she's dead. I think they would have just like pulled her away. I can't imagine them just tearing her apart right there.
Yeah, and like she does die like in one of the books. I forget which. Right? She just disappear.
They say that Maureen killed her, but there's no proof that she's dead, and I honestly don't think she's dead.
Literally watched her come back in Lady Midnight. I'd be like, hey guys!
Because when you don't see the dead body, it's like, okay.
Okay, so let me see. This is interesting. So this is from Ross, and they asked, do you think Lydia Branwell is meant to substitute the Inquisitor from City of Ashes?
I don't think so, because she's too nice. Like, that Inquisitor was like the Wicked Witch of the West blowing it.
We need a Wicked Witch of the West. Maybe it's like, I hope that they have the Inquisitor City in the next one, because like
actually have her. She was a really good villain.
Really good. Really good.
Do you think they will have, okay, this is from Gabby, Hungry for Books. Do you even think that the show will have a greenhouse scene since it's on Clary's birthday? I hope they have a greenhouse.
Oh, yeah. No, they already had her birthday. The first episode.
It was the first episode, you're right.
Nope, they're not going to have it.
Maybe next year. Maybe for her 19th.
Yeah, you know, oh my gosh, this is a thing. Somebody just asked this, Abby, she's like, do you ship Clizzy on the show?
I just saw that.
What's with all these ships that aren't supposed to be? I honestly, I ship them as friends because they are great friends. They are the yin to the yang.
Yeah, they're great friends on the show. Like in the book, it took them a little bit to like.
Yeah, like it took them some warming up time, like a few books at least.
Yeah, at least 2 books. I think it wasn't until like the 3rd book that they kind of started.
They're so doing this for girl power though, and I do see why they would do it because like because people get mad if they're like, not all girls want to hate each other, even though like in the books they weren't like the friendliest to each other, which I think was like more realistic. But honestly, I see why they do it like this.
Yeah, I mean in the show, Izzy was different too. Like she had that whole.
Oh, we talk about Izzy being all like
her mom.
Yeah, I mean I don't mind it. It's just like it's so different.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. Like I think she's being like herself except dressing differently.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And even her dressing differently, like the last dress she wore, like it still has a little bit Izziness to it because like I noticed her dress had like a total backslit. I'm like, our Izzy that we know and love is not totally like put away. Like
that move with the whip when she grabbed the cup was great. That was
I know. I love. Okay, so my like favorite characters on this show right now are just like Izzy, Alec, and Simon. I just love how they're just portrayed. I just think they're fun. They're fun to watch and they're good. And I mean, not saying that like Claire and Jace aren't good. It's just like I really just love their storyline.
Yeah, no, and like they're being portrayed best in the script.
Yeah,
like their characters are more accurate to what we think their characters should be like. This is from Christina Nelson, and she said, what are the other Shadowhunters doing in the Institute? Like, no one was in the lab. We never see them leave. They never speak. Like, I'm thinking now, maybe they're just, like, humans that they've hired to be, like, their maids and stuff, or to be their, like, forensic pathologists.
I think they wear runes, though. I think they have runes.
Oh, really? So they're just random Shadowhunters? Like,
I think they are. And, like, honestly, I love the vibe in the books where they just like were the only ones in the Institute.
Yeah,
and
me too. It's kind of like completely empty.
Yeah, and people like visited the Institute. It makes sense if my dogs are barking so much. It's so annoying. Anyways, but yeah, like I mean, I get why they're there. It makes sense for outsiders' point of view to be like, oh, why are they the only ones running this huge institute? But in a sense, it's also like none of them talk. Yeah, none of them leave. They're
they don't have any personality. The thing is, like, even when there's an intruder, it's only Jace, Clary, and Alec.
Yeah, who run?
And who go outside. Like, why wouldn't they be like, guys, there's an intruder, blah, 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 like, have some speaking going on between, like, the random extras. But it's just Jace, Clary, Izzy, and Alec.
So true. That is actually, I was thinking about that in the last one, like when can we talk about Raphael really quick? I love Raphael.
I liked him a lot better.
So good. Raphael is just such a great, he really embodies the role, and it's how I picture, like, I mean, Raphael in the books was younger, but I don't care, like, because, like, he obviously is like Raphael, and I really like that.
Yeah, I think he was a lot he was a little over the top the first time we saw him, but he was more toned down and realistic for his character in this episode, and I really like that. I like the role he's playing. Like, he is like the moral compass of the vampires, and he's gonna help Simon be like his vampire daddy.
Oh my god, pimp daddy. You know what? That's actually I really like how they're showing that the vampires, like, they can easily be stereotypical, but like if they were just like, oh, I want to suck your blood, but it's actually like, hey, no, we're actually like have some, at least a little bit of human instinct, some of us, like Raphael, and it's showing the different sides of the vampires than what people usually see. So I really like how that's playing out in the show.
Yeah, because like the first time we saw vampires, they were feeling really stereotypical in the show. Like in the book, they are like really just humans who are vampires. I feel like.
No, that's so true. So true.
Not like stereotypical. So it's nice to see that starting to kind of evolve, and so people don't think they're just like
just there.
vampires.
Oh, this one's actually really good. This is from Abby. She asks, is how you picture the Forsaken accurate to the show?
Okay, I don't know how you picture Forsaken, but I always pictured them like big bloated troll like people, with runes like and cracked skin and stuff. This was more like a zombie. What about you?
Yeah. Honestly, it's when you read something so long ago and you're like, wait, how do I picture them? I think I picture them as like green. I don't know, like green, just like I don't know why. I like literally Frankenstein. But I do not picture them as zombies, but I can see how they could be perceived as so. But they look too zombie-like. But honestly, I'm okay with them being like that because essentially they are zombies. They are walking. They are not dead, but they're not living either. They're kind of just like in that limbo that's like, I fucked up. Like, I put a rune on me. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I always picture them differently. Like, my note when I first saw them on the show was like, okay, Forsaken or zombies. But the thing is, they're not actually Forsaken, the things that we saw on the show.
Yeah.
They're Forsaken-like, but they're not Forsaken. And that's the whole mystery right now. Like, they have Nephilian blood in them, and it's kind of throwing off the book plot because the Nephilian blood, like being able to, but demon mix sort of a thing is like really special with Sebastian, you know? And now he already has minions that will do what he says, that have like a sort of mind that can do that can get past wards. So it's weird.
No, that's very, it is throwing out the book plot, and there's like little things here and there in the show that is kind of making me think like, how are they going to get back to the main storyline that drives on the whole entire book series? Because when they say, I'm really nervous about the last episode because they say like it's not going to be what the book fans are expecting because it's something that they don't even see coming, and that makes me very nervous because I'm like, or like, what's gonna happen? Like, I'm very confused. Will Sebastian show up like prematurely? Like, who knows?
And the more you think about Sebastian and what we've seen, it feels like Sebastian couldn't have been born because it doesn't seem like they had kids in the scene we saw when Jocelyn ran away with the cup. So like, I mean, they could still make it work, but it would be weird. I
feel like they should have like alluded to it because obviously they can't just be like, we had a child and like then they'll be like, huh. But I feel like actually they should have done that, but it died in I think they should have mentioned about the fire in the house and like how like
something with the fire or something with her parents in the fire or something like.
Yeah.
She ran away thinking that they had died in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And now we saw the scene play out. In the book, you don't see the circle scene play out, so you have no idea kind of what their relationship was like. But we saw them look like 5-year-old kids compared
I know! And they're all so tiny, and I'm like, what? Like, oh my god, so, like, she couldn't carry a baby. The baby would weigh as much as she does. Like, literally, she looks like so tiny, and she looks like she could be mine.
Just like her face wouldn't change that much. You should just have the old actress.
I know. Honestly, like, they could have easily done that and they would have looked convincing enough. Like, honestly, just put a wig on the Valentine and you're good.
Like, yeah, it's just like, I just don't know why they did that.
That really threw off the whole entire, that really was one of the biggest thrower offers.
Yeah, it was just.
So far.
It throws off the whole tone of them because you think we're going way back because they look so different. So you wouldn't think that they have 2 kids. Like, she has a kid on the way and they already had a kid.
Yeah, it's like, what? It kind of just like makes you pause and it kind of confuses you and you're like, okay.
Okay, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, what are you doing there? I don't see where you're going with this. I want to know, like, Cassandra's thoughts on the show. I want to know, like, if she, like, can see where this is going to head, because I feel like she has such a complex mind, because, like, creating and, like, formulating all these stories, that I want to see if she can kind of decipher where they're trying to aim to go. She probably knows where they're aiming to go.
I don't think she really has any say in it, so she just gotta, like, watch them do it.
No, yeah, exactly. So, like, she doesn't have any say, so I want to know if, like, she has an idea of what they're trying to do.
I feel like they probably told her where they're gonna go with it, but she didn't have any say in which husband.
Oh, Marissa.
Hello.
My sister just came back from college. Yeah, so, like, I feel like, honestly, like, Cassandra created such an amazing world that I'll talk to you in a little bit, Marissa, okay? Okay, love you. Yeah, so she created such an amazing world, and I think that even though, like, the show's a little bit different, it's still, like, the basis of the world's still there, and, like, they still have, like, these terms that I, like, honestly, I live for the moments where they mention, like, just, like, some Shadowhunter terms that they have in the books, and, like, even if, like, the plot line is not necessarily going the way that I thought it would, I can separate the two. I can separate the books from the TV and enjoy them separately, but, like, it makes it a little bit difficult since I'm so, like, emotionally devoted to the series and, like, Cassandra's books.
Yeah, of course. So the thing is, like, if the show is good and it's going in a different path, but it's making sense and it's, like, you know, it's believable, then that's fine. It's just if the show starts to go in a different path and go bad, that it's going to be upsetting. Like, don't go a different way if that way is going to suck.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, like, it's common sense. Like, don't mess it up, because a majority of the people watching are fans of the books. So if you mess that up, like, they're going to stop watching, and that I don't think that's what they're aiming for, but, like, it easily could happen.
Yeah, it's just like they have to really think through the direction that they decide to take, because when you change the canon, you can't go back. This was a huge thing in this episode, and I still, like, can't get past it, when Lydia Branwell, for no apparent reason, comes in looking like Valentine.
Oh, yeah. I was like,
Shadowhunters can't change into different people. That is an ability that Tessa has. Like, ability. Like, you get, and now that means any Shadowhunter can disguise himself as any Shadowhunter. That's just, it opens up so many different things that could happen and ruins everything.
Like, literally, Valentine can walk right in there and, like, nobody would, like, blink an eye. So
Anyway.
Like, that's so true. Like, and when that happened, I was like, I obviously, like, straight off the bat, I'm like, that's not Valentine. He would not walk in there. Like, that's just not him. And then, but I'm like, what the heck is going on then? This is a dream hallucination. It turns out that it's just, like, Tessa Gray, but not Tessa Gray, because it's a Shadowhunter who has a rune that transforms your body into somebody else.
Like, how would you have felt if Lydia Branwell was Tessa Gray? Like, in that scene. That would have been really interesting if they turned that into Tessa Gray.
I would cry, honestly, because that would, like...
It'd be so weird.
So weird. Honestly, like, I love the infernal devices so much that, like, if they touch it, like, they can allude to it. They can, like, mention it now and then, but if they can't take the characters from that and, like, bring them into the show and mess them up, these are my babies. All these people are my babies, but, like, they're not touched yet, so...
No, I don't want them touched at all on TV unless HBO does it.
Or, you know what, now that I've seen, like, the Shannara Chronicles, like, I think they could do something great, because they have, like, great producers, CGI people, directors, actors. Like, I think they could do a pretty good job on Shadowhunters, but, you know.
Yeah, on Shadowhunters, I feel like anyone can take it other than the Disney Channel. But the Infernal Devices, like, I would not give that up unless I was, like, knew guaranteed for sure it was, like, HBO or, like, maybe the CW. But still, I'm still even iffy on that, because I want it, like, in the best possible hands ever on the universe. Like, Stars.
You know what? Honestly, Stars could really do it well, because they're so good with the time dramas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really good, like, Black Sails, Outlander.
Outlander. Eliza Hoff asks, what do you think of Clary having to make the decision for Simon being a vampire?
Oh, what happened in the books again for that?
It was kind of like, we're gonna do it. Like, it wasn't like, choose death or not death. It was like, obviously we want an alive Simon, so bury him.
Yeah, that was, honestly, I felt like it was dragged out for a very long time. Like, they're already dragging out his transformation. Just get it over with.
The whole episode was like this moral dilemma of Simon.
I know. Yeah, and like, oh, can we talk about like when that little like a monkey fell on the ground and like his mom had like this huge like
It was the speak no evil monkey because he was like,
yeah.
don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh, I see that. I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like honestly, I would like to see more Simon in that episode because I'm so excited he finally turned because like honestly, it was so well done.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see him in the next episode, like because he'll be in it a lot. I think
He's gonna be like super like hot vampire that's but like Simon hot, so it's gonna be like but like I don't know, but the photos I've seen, he looks like very like Raphael like Spawn.
The thing is, yeah, like it feels like they're going for a True Blood angle with this next episode, just based off the trailer.
Oh
but like,
my god, you're
right.
right.
Remember, like when Jess, did you watch True Blood?
Yeah.
When Jessica was like a fledgling and she would just like run around and do like crazy things.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then she like got her shit together and was like a good little vampire. It feels like that's what it looked like in the trailer, but I don't know. Simon is so level-headed. I can't picture him like going off really.
Yeah, I can't like honestly. I think that this like he's still he's very not mad at Clary, but he's very confused and like very just like lost and like he looks at Clary like Clary did this to him, but then again, she like technically like he's fine. He's
brought him to life. He would have died. Like his mom would have been crushed.
To thank her because if he wanted like honestly, this is what my train of thought would be. If I had to change my best friend into a vampire or kill them, like, I would be like, change the vampire because if they wanted to die by the end of that, like, if they wanted to die after being, like, a vampire, I don't want to live this way, then stake them because then that'll make them their choice. But, like, honestly.
Yeah, but some people think that, like, if you transform to a vampire, your soul doesn't go to move on.
Oh, yeah. Dilemma.
Yeah, that's the Edward Cullen dilemma.
Oh, my God.
But with Simon in the book, I remember it was like such a frustrating period because he like wouldn't eat, and since he wouldn't eat, he would like get so hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, I guess that was like City of Fallen Angels that we really concentrated on him like not eating. Remember? And like,
oh my God, I want to reread these books because I do remember. I want to just like be able to dig deeper into like each like episode and like pull out these things because like that is true. Like I feel like there's been multiple points in this where like Simon has just had like lots of crap just go down, especially like after becoming a vampire. Like he has the daylighter issues. He has like he like bites Jace, and then he bites Alec, then he bites Isabel.
Those are permission bites. They were all permission bites.
Good. I feel in like the Shadowhunter Academy tales, like I remember like I was like, is Simon gonna think that he like bit them without their permission, and then that's why like Alec was mad at him or something? I'm like, what?
That was like Jace was just like effing with him.
Like, literally. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, really quickly. I love how Jace told Simon that his nickname was was Wiggles.
Oh yeah, I know. I just love everything.
You want to talk about like what about season 2 and like what we think about that stuff?
Well, like okay, for season 2, I think they're gonna make a lot of changes based on our reactions.
Yeah.
Season, which is good because they couldn't do that this season because they filmed them all before we even started watching.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like because this is like the trial run, and I hope that honestly, the thing that's giving me hope about there being a season 2 is that Freeform is like technically starting over. It's a new image. They can't just cancel like one of their the popular shows on theirs just because like for ratings or something. Like I feel like they could do that, but like it's more unlikely because then they will just like be contradicting themselves like knew them when they just like jump a show. So I'm hoping that they will keep it up because like honestly I think that everybody's still watching. Yeah. Not everybody, but like a lot of people are still watching. So I really hope that it ends where this first book ended, and it kind of just I just hope it ends where the first book ended. That's all I hope.
I mean, I hope they get a second season because I want them to get the chance to make it better. Because a lot of times first seasons can be rocky on a new network and like especially like in an adaptation like this. And I feel like it's just starting to get better. And that like if they had the chance to do a second season, maybe they could really make it better. You know?
Yeah. No, but so true. Like they can really make it outstanding. And I feel like you know, this like ABC Family, Freeform, they're not a bad network. They just need, I feel like now they're trying to learn from like what they've done in the past and like kind of grow from that and kind of make just their content better. And I feel like they have the ability to make it better, and I think that hopefully they'll just have more of a budget to like make the CGI effects better. Like,
yeah, their content is just usually different from what you want from Shadowhunters. It's usually lighter and like less intense, and this is dark. I know they have Pretty Little Liars, but Pretty Little Liars, even that, like, it just has an element of soap opera-ness to it.
Yeah.
And you don't really want that with Shadowhunters. You want it to be more of like a thriller, like an action, crazy, mystery sort of a thing, not a soap opera. We don't want it to have that like cheesy feel.
No, exactly. And like you want to feel empowered by it, not cringed by it. Like that's honestly like what I want this show to become, is something that literally like people are just begging for the next episode to come. And I feel like they can get it to that point. Like kind of like Game of Thrones, everybody's like, oh, next episode. And so I feel like they could get it to that point, not like to the extent of like Game of Thrones, but to the extent of people just like being so dedicated to it because it's just that good. And I feel like after the first season of any show is going to be kind of rocky and crappy. So I feel like if they do make a second season, which I really hope they do, because if not, that'll just show that this book is not meant to be translated, which I do think it can be. It's just the right people.
It's like a huge budget and the right people. Yeah, the thing is, I mean, like a lot of like shows like this can start off rocky and get better. I mean, not every show is shitty in the first season. Like, but the amazing shows are like amazing in their first season, but maybe they're a little slower. This one, like, I feel like it's gonna get better, but right now it's just getting like decent. You know, like we're like judging these episodes against themselves, which makes it like, oh, this was an amazing episode. But like, it was amazing for Shadowhunters because it was like actually decent and good. Yeah. So hopefully, like,
so true.
It like in general, like next season it'll be good enough to be like, oh, it's a good show. It's not just good for Shadowhunters.
No, yeah, just like a genuinely awesome show that like is good compared to like the CW shows or MTV shows, and it's just like up to par with them because it can be. And Cassandra created such an elaborate, beautiful world that they have all the content they need. They just need to be able to produce it in a accurate and insightful way that will make the viewers happy.
Yeah, I would like honestly love it if someone had like would just make it exactly like the book. Like, it would be beautiful, but obviously they're not doing that.
Yeah, I know. Like, I remember so long ago on the fan account I have for Shadowhunters, like I wrote, if there was like a Beach City Bashes movie, I would make one directly off of the books. And now and then I get those comments and they're like, hey, whatever happened to that? I'm like, you know how hard that will be? Like, it'll be crazy hard. But honestly, I think they can do it if it's a TV show. A movie, you can't do it. But a TV show, they can do that.
Yeah. A lot of people are talking about how why Jace hasn't recognized Valentine since so many people have seen him and know what he looks like. And see, like, it is weird when you think about it that Alec knew that was Valentine when he walked in, you know,
yeah.
So if Alec just knows, is it common knowledge what he looks like? Because in the book, it's like, it makes sense because they don't use computers and technology. So where would they have seen a picture? But in the show, they have so much technology that there probably is a picture of Valentine floating around for reference.
You are so right, though. Like that. Okay, I'm getting so insightful now since you've been pointing out these things. That makes so much sense. Okay, either Jace knows or he's completely oblivious to everything and he doesn't understand that. But he also, like, I don't know, like somebody doesn't change that much in like...
Yeah, I mean, like maybe he had hair when he last saw him. Showing
like, oh my gosh, he looks so much like my dad. But then...
Right now, there's no hair, so it's definitely not him.
So like that is actually a really good point, and I feel like I swear if they don't end up being brother and sister by the end, like that like revelation happening, I will not be happy because that is like the most intense thing that I've read about. Not the most thing, but it was really, really just shocking to me as a reader.
It was a big thing. And then on top of that, we just have that episode where Clary draws a picture of Valentine and literally throws it on the floor of the Institute.
Yeah.
Like, it's not tomorrow now. It's nowhere. Anyone could have picked it up and like saw it, and Jace would have seen it eventually. I feel like there's no maid. Is there a maid? Who knows? There might be a maid, but
I
like,
feel like it's like careless stuff that's happening. That
careless.
it's either careless or very like planned, and they know.
Unless they planned it and someone got the picture, hid it from Jace.
Oh
or
my
in a future episode, there's like a closet full of pictures of Valentine they've been hiding from Jace for years.
And like all of a sudden Jace opens it and all collapses on him. My father!
Wait, is that my dad?
I'm your father.
No, we'll see.
Daddy
I don't know how they're gonna
problems.
say that. Because that is a giant plot hole. If it turns out, like, it could turn out that, like, they're not making him Jace's dad, but that would ruin everything.
Oh my gosh, did you just like the photo from Miss Pettigrews?
I liked it a while ago. Wait, which photo?
I just got informed about it. Ah, it's so cool. This photo.
I know, it's so exciting. I know.
I was just seeing that, like, a lot of people started liking it, and I'm like, of course Jesse tweeted it, so I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. So it's accurate. Sorry, really off course, but like, oh.
I'm scrolling through questions to try to find a good one. Do you have a favorite scene in these past 2 episodes?
Oh yeah, when Simon literally does a zombie move and like literally sticks his hand up out of the ground and like just crawls. I love that scene because I'm like, you know, one thing that I really wished was that when I wish I already saw this episode when I met him. Because then I would have been like, so how'd you film that? Like, let me know, because it's like, it was so cool. And like, I don't know, like it seemed like it was so like how I pictured it in the books, like how like he crawls out of the grave and like it's in a Jewish like cemetery, and like how they're like, I was really pleased with that scene. So that's my favorite one so far. Or the Malik scene when like, oh my gosh, where Matt is like shirtless, Alex shirtless, and then like Magnus walks in.
I was just like, yeah, Magnus is definitely coming upstairs right now to see him shirtless.
I know, right? So what was yours?
But back to like the scene with the digging, I just want to mention this because like I cut it out of my actual review, but I wanted to talk about how like we had 1 shovel to dig this 6-foot grave, and he hands it over to Clary.
I'm like, dude, how about the girl who just lost her best friend?
Like, if Clary's gonna do it, like, why don't you all have shovels so you can help her? Like, why don't you bring 3?
And you both have inhuman like speed and strength, so just like that'd be.
It's just weird. And then when Clary starts putting the dirt back in, there's like a baby pile of dirt, and the thing is like 6 foot deep. And I'm like,
I know. It's like those little things that's like, okay, I think I must have done this. Like, oh,
what did you do with the dirt?
Literally my exact thoughts. Like when that, like, Clary's crying in this episode has improved since like the previous.
I thought it improved too. Some people were complaining about it in my comments, like saying that she was horribly overacting. But like, I thought this was a great improvement from
if your friend died, you would overact. You would freak out. Like honestly, you're not gonna be like, oh. So
yeah, I mean, like, I understand like what they're referencing because sometimes like her face looks like she's smiling when she's crying.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, I can see that. Like, or like when she like Simon, and then she like runs half a step then stops.
Yes.
I feel like so many people just like that soap opera vibe that the show has at that point. So it's like, ah.
Yeah, definitely. But I cried when she was like you're Simon, you're my best friend, and he's like, no, I'm not.
I know. I was like, oh, that's heartbreaking. It's just like, oh my gosh. One thing that that has to do with like the best friend thing. Like I was talking to Alberto, and like when I was like, yeah, like that line was like, I forget if it's Clary or Simon who says it, but it's like I think Clary says he's my best friend, and Alberto's like that. He like just like stopped. He's like, that is a really deep line to me. Like it's so meaningful. It's so powerful, and it's just like the way he said that was like, he's a fan. He's a fan.
He cares.
He understands this, and I feel like he was kind of referencing that line that like when it's like you're my best friend, like, and he like runs away. Oh my god, I love their friendship. Like, oh, I was actually like, okay, I need to talk to you after Christine because I don't want to spoil anybody for the Shadowhunter Academy, but like,
Like I love that scene when they go back and forth and then he runs away. The only thing I didn't like was him running away with the speeded up.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Like, it was like just run away normally. It doesn't even seem like they're going fast.
No, it doesn't. It just looks awkward. It looks like he's like wobbling back and forth.
It kind of reminds me of like the running like in the early days of Twilight.
Yeah, I mean, like, even Twilight running was better than that running.
I know, yeah. Like, that just looks like you speed up, but, like, speed up everything, like, in, like, Final Cut Pro.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It doesn't look like when they do it in, like, True Blood, everyone stands still, and the one person walks, and then they fast, like, that's why it looks so good. I don't know what they're doing here.
Oh, really? That's, dang.
Yeah, like, everyone freezes, and the one person moves. But yeah, it looks bad. They have to stop doing that.
You know what, honestly, even though there's like these like faults in the show, like honestly, I think that this episode may be the turning point for this whole entire thing. Because like honestly, I don't dislike the show. I actually I am a constant watcher. I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan that they're producing something that I love. And like
I think we're all fans of it. Like we're all, if you've stuck with it these 8 episodes, like you care enough that you I mean,
and like we may be picking out these details and we may be saying this stuff, but that's just because like, you know, if we don't, somebody's gonna be like, hey, didn't you miss
yeah, also like picking up the show doesn't mean we don't like it. Like that's part of the fun of being a fan of the books and watching the show.
Differences and like seeing like honestly like there's like these books are so good. If like there's something like there's like I could pick apart the books, but the books are just wonderful and I love them. And like and I'm just so grateful that we get a second shot at this. Yeah. I'm just because I think that when it's done right, it's done right. And I feel like even though this is the first season, I feel if it gets a second season and we do the same live shows, it's going to be a totally different experience because they're already going to be immersed in this world and we're going to be used to the way that they do it and we're going to be used to the characters and like just the same way they are. And so like honestly, I'm getting more impressed with the show as it goes on because you see the characters the actors fall into the characters they portray, and they're starting to become them. And like I'm really impressed, and like I'm happy with how it's going since like episode 8 or it's episode 5 really.
Yeah, even like they've been getting they've been falling into the roles as it goes on, and I feel like just these past 2 episodes, everything's starting to click. The chemistry has gotten a lot better, and it probably at this point the cast has been hanging out a lot, and they've gotten to know each other better, and that's why the scenes are better. You can see that the clay scenes are better. Like everything feels
more natural,
less disjointed, more natural. Like a lot of times in the past, scenes just feel like they don't go together, like they just go from one to another and it doesn't feel cohesive, and this feels cohesive. It feels like a show. Everything's clicking. It's great. We're all happy about it. I think everyone has been really happy with this past episode in general. I feel like
yeah, it's an episode everybody's been waiting for because it's a turning point of the book, and it's a turning point, like I mean yeah, it's like less of a turning point in the book than it is in the show, but like it's still turning. It's like one of the major things that happens in the books, and I think that they did it so well, especially with this transition, that I am just so excited to see the next episode, especially like seeing Simon become who he is for majority of the series.
Yeah, I mean, like he doesn't become a vampire until City of Ashes. Like they are like really. That's
right.
Now that I think about it, but
wait, does he not become a vampire until City?
Yeah,
oh my God, you're right.
Yeah. But
literally, I need to reread these books. It's been 4 years.
Like, that's the interesting thing. Like, you feel like a lot of time passes between City of Bones and City of Ashes, but really
yeah.
At all. Yeah, it's like a few, like 2 weeks or not even. I don't even know.
I wonder if they're gonna still have the Clary Simon romancy bits in like that they have at the beginning of the second book.
Yeah, like the whole second book, they're kind of together. It's not till the end where they break up. And
yeah, like so I want to see how they're gonna execute that, because I mean, like on the course of I'm actually happy that he's a vampire now, because I would have been a little bit testy if he wouldn't be, because I feel like they were setting him up to be a vampire for the first few episodes.
Yeah, I feel like they did this so fast so that Simon would have a big role in the show, because Alberto is fantastic, and I think
Alberto is my favorite part of the show.
He's the best part of the show right now. I feel like he's the strongest character, at least the one that we want to follow the most. He's like the funniest. He's the most relatable. He's just.
Can I like mention? Okay, so usually I'm not all about like how people look compared to the character roles, but Kat McDonald, she got a haircut recently, and it's like shorter. And if they curled her hair like that in the haircut it's in now, she would have the perfect Clary hair ever. Because I always pictured Clary like not having long hair, but having like curly like. So I'm like loving her haircut right now, and I hope like maybe if somebody's watching this right now that is part of her hair team, which is probably, I doubt it, but keep her hair like this and then curl it. And like honestly, I think Kat looks like she looks like a Clary. She looks like Clary. Like the Clary picture in the book was from a fan illustration like that I kind of like made into real life and in my brain. But like she's falling into the character of Clary, and I'm starting to see Clary more in her, and I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, like, the parts where she really strays from Clary, I think, have to do with her lines, because her lines are weird a lot. But, like, okay, this is the thing I had the biggest problem with, like, this last episode, was Clary punching Camille and completely getting away with it. Like, she wouldn't even be able to touch Camille if Camille didn't want her to. Like,
I was like, damn. Like, in a sense that I'm like, okay, I can see Clary doing that, but not at a time like this. Like,
even if she tried, I feel like Jace would hold her back because this is an all-powerful vampire.
like she's old.
She's old, she's wise, she's bitchy. You do not want to mess with her.
I actually like the actress who plays Camille because I feel like she really, she embodies the character so. I've been saying embodies so much, but like it's so true. She embodies Camille, and Camille she's definitely different. Like. Vision, like she doesn't look like the character Camille in the book, but I don't care because she is Camille. Like honestly, like the way she presents herself is how I picture Camille.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm happy with the way she's playing Camille. I always pictured Camille to be more of like a sophisticated, withdrawn presence. She's more like aggressively, you know.
Honestly, I feel like the aggressively is like neat just because it makes Simon's like torture like more like like crazy because she's like always there. She's like, I'm here. Yeah. Like I because in the Infernal Devices, like she's like an ally, you know, she's not so intense. I think the Infernal Devices really changed my opinion of Camille because like we see her first in City of Ashes, or we don't even see her, does she? She's not there. Raph is in charge. Yeah. I don't think she only comes in a few. She doesn't come in that much.
Yeah, she comes in a City of Fallen Angels to talk to Simon because Simon's a daylighter and she needs him.
Mm-hmm. She's a major role. She's like a mentioned character. She's not always in the present though. She's always she's mentioned a lot.
And then in City of and Clockwork Angel, she's like a character and like her, and she cares, and it really made me think differently of her. And I don't think that character that we see in the Infernal Devices is the Camille in the show at all.
No, I feel like it's very different, and of course people change over time, but like that's a very drastic. I feel like if she would have changed, it would have been the opposite effect, like starting off kind of immature and growing into a sophisticated person. Do you know what I want to know, and that I really wish that we could ask the cast? If Maya and Maureen are the same person. Because
I don't know.
She looks like Maya. Like, she looks so much like Maya.
I really think they're going the way where he's just going to accidentally turn her into a vampire, because that's what happens in City of Fallen Angels.
Yeah, because, like, honestly, that was a question I was going to ask Alberta when he was there, but, like, when I was there, it just, like, was like,
I'm not allowed to tell you.
He would know. He would know because he's read the books. He knows who Maya is. He knows who Maureen is. I wonder. Oh, Shadowhunters chat. I'm gonna ask that as a question. I'm gonna ask it over and over again until somebody answers it.
Wait, which question?
You know, the question if Maya is Maureen. Like, because like, are they combining the two characters? I could because Maureen doesn't act like the Maureen in the book, and I would have like.
Doesn't, but like you could see where she could evolve to that point.
Yeah, you can see like kind of like where the crazy Maureen comes in, but like Like, I would have loved her. Like, she's actually a really good actress. I'm very, like
one of the best actresses on the show, I feel like. Like, everything she says is believable, completely,
I
like...
want more of her. I hope she comes in, like, maybe in another episode or two in the future, because I like her.
Yeah, no, I'd love if she became a bigger character. Like, right now, she's just there. Like Emma, she's just there to, like, be a placeholder for whenever, like, Simon needs to run away from Clary. Like,
yeah. No, wait, okay, so did they sleep together?
They did, and that's, like, a completely un-Simon-like thing to do.
Yeah, so I was like, I thought that was, like, a dream or something, but when that happened, I was just, like, kind of thrown off, because that's the one time that I'm like, okay. I know that Simon's going slightly insane, because, you know, he's, like, a fledgling, he's turning into a vampire, but
it's not, like, blackout sleep with Maureen insane. Like,
yeah, I was a little bit thrown off by that, but whatever. I feel like it's something that you remember on rare occasions, and you're like, oh yeah, that happened, but nobody remembers it because it's like not as important.
I mean, like, it just ruins, like, how, like, it was a really big moment for Izzy and Simon.
I know.
And now it's like, no, they both have, like, very active sex lives.
Yeah. It's okay, they're still Clary and Jace. Alec.
Clary in hell with their condom.
Oh my god, I know. I was like, yes, Cassie. It's so funny. It's like, you know, I'm gonna go to hell. Why not break a condom?
I want to talk about condom handy.
I thought that was so funny. Like, that killed me.
I was just like, wait, really?
Let's see if there. Do you see any other questions?
Yeah, like, let's see if we can have, like, one last closing question, or maybe, like, 2 quick ones. Let's see. Do you think we'll get a Percy Jackson series if Shadowhunters is successful? I think those are 2 completely different things. There's a lot of, like...
Ryden's not going to sign off on anything else.
Who, what?
You say Percy Jackson?
Someone was saying, like, if this is successful, do you think Percy Jackson will get a series?
No, Rick Riordan does not want that to happen.
I don't think he does either. A lot of people, there's, like, a lot of rumors of it, like, coming to Netflix, but I feel like it's very doubtful at this moment that we wouldn't know if they were making it.
Honestly, I mean, like, right now, Rick Riordan, like, he's very dead set. I mean, what I've seen, like, especially after, he's, like, amazing speaker. I got a chance to listen to him speak a few years ago, but he mentioned, he's like, never again will I it was a mistake to do that. And when he said it in a more eloquent way, but, like, I think that if he ever did do it again, it would be kind of like how John Green had a part in The Fault in Our Stars. How he was, like, there.
A very prominent role in the creation of it.
Yeah, definitely. Or, like, J.K. Rowling in, like...
in everything that she does.
Everything she does. Like, I wish... I want to see Cassandra, like, write a script, like, for Shadowhunters, and I want to see, like, what it would be like. He's like, you know, sometimes...
Allison wrote one of the scripts for Outlander season 2.
Wait, oh, yeah, I know! So, wait, Diana?
Diana. She did. I was very excited. What?
You know which one?
I don't know which one. Because I don't know what happens in season 2, so, like, I couldn't really pinpoint.
Oh my gosh, oh my god. Did Tasha tell you what we're doing?
Doing like this for Outlander, right?
Yeah, but we're also for after we do a BA, we're gonna go to Wisconsin and frolic in the hills in our Scottish outfit, and I'm gonna play Bree and she's gonna be Claire. And it's gonna work so lame, but it's amazing. I'm so excited.
We got so off topic.
Oh my god, yeah, we're like Percy Jackson, then we went down to like J.K. Rowling, then Outlander.
Okay, one more Shadowhunter question.
Yeah. This is let's like have a better question after this, but like this is something I never noticed. It's like Hannah said Simon's mom said it's 2016 episode 7 in Simon's room. I don't think it would matter. I feel like this is something that I've seen a few times when people say, at least the date is obviously 2007 in the books that it takes place, but I don't think they care if it's like what date it is in the show.
Yeah, no, I think
just want to put it out there.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely present day in the show.
Yeah, I think it would have been weird if it's 2007 in the show. It works well in the books, but in the show, it's like kind of like, the books are the iPhones.
A bit. I'm trying to think. Like the cell phone. Is the cell phone a flip phone?
It's a flip phone in the books, but
no. Like in the show, is it a flip phone?
No, I think it's a cell phone. I think.
Okay.
Oh no, if they have Androids or something, I think I've seen some like sponsored like little like clips because on the phone. Okay.
Let's get one more question before we sign off. Do you think Lydia has fairy blood? Says the fangirl at deviations.
Fairy?
I don't know. I mean, like, would you be like saying that to explain why she could change? I don't know. I think that's like
a warlock blood if she could do that.
What?
You could have warlock blood if she wanted to.
You could have warlock blood, but there's it feels like it was a Shadowhunter thing because she did it on her arm. Like if it was a warlock thing and we were gonna explain it off that way, she would have just changed, not like.
Yeah, like so. I do not think. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really care for that scene. I thought, but I did like how she came in and how she was like, everybody's reaction time was so poor except yours, Alec. She caught like the arrow and Isabel's like, how did she catch it?
Yeah, she's like, damn it, how did she do that? I like that.
I sent some envy. I could totally catch arrows out of thin air, like without a problem. Or spears. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but like honestly, I'm excited to see what's yet to come. I'm just excited to see what's yet to come in the further episodes because I feel like this is the start. It's the start of
something new. That popped in my head as soon as you said start.
I know. So yes, it's like kind of like when I say what's that like One Direction song that's like
I was gonna say we're all in this.
Well, there's like this one. It's like something like the One Direction song, and I always say like the title of that song just like in talking, and then all of a sudden I want to like break out into the song like dancing. What song is it? I'm not a One Direction fan, so I don't know the name.
That's what makes you beautiful.
It's like, oh my god, my roommate, she loves One Direction. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I love Jace like One Direction, so it's all good.
Should we wrap up?
Yeah. Okay. So let's give like a rating. What we give each rating for each episode out of like 10.
Oh, out of 10. Okay. I usually
let's do a grading scale, actually.
I've already rated them on my grading scales. I gave the episode 8 a B and then episode 7 a B-.
I would give episode 8 because I love just Alberto and Matt in it. I think I would give it an A-, and I give the 7th episode a B-. And it's like it seems like a dramatic drop. I just think that like it has improved so much since the 7th episode.
Yes, no, definitely. I think they can still like really improve. So I'm really excited.
Yeah. They have room to improve, and like honestly, as long as they keep on improving, the ratings will go up, and then there's more of a chance for season 2.
Yeah, like if they make us happy, we'll be so excited and talking about it everywhere, and the show will grow.
I know, literally. Okay.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us for our millionth live show. Next time we'll be on Sasha's channel at BookUtopia. I'll leave a link there in the doobly-doo. And next week we'll be seeing Simon be a vampire.
I'm so excited. And then see the repercussions from when Alec proposes to Lydia and see what happens with that.
Yeah. Oh, are we going to have like a wedding like at the town hall or something?
Oh my god. I hope like then we would have to wear gold.
Like are they gonna have a fancy wedding or are they just
I actually don't think that they're gonna get married. I think it's gonna be
I think it's gonna stop before they actually get to that point.
And then like Malik runs in through the doors. It's like stop.
In the name of love. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited.
Thank you everyone for joining us. I'm Christine.
Oh, I'm sorry.